May we call on Honorable PD Barzaga para sa kanyang pagpapatuloy ng kanyang mga tanong. Congressman PD Barzaga, our NUP President, Party President, hindi po kita puputulin habang ikaw ay nagtatanong. Yung pong sobrang minuto mo ay ibibigay ko rin sa kabilang panig. Congressman Barzaga, okay po ba sa iyo yun? Pakipindot po.
Unang-una, kagalang-galang na chairman, dahilan sa kakulangan ng oras, hindi na ako magtatanong sa mga kinatawan ng ABS-CBN. Magpe-present lamang ako ng isang simpleng PowerPoint presentation tungkol sa PDR at para ipaliwanag kung bakit sa aking pag-aaral ang aking paniniwala nagkaroon ng violation ang ABS-CBN sa ipinagbabawal ng ating saligang batas, yung requirement na 100% Filipino-owned and managed ang ABS-CBN. At narito ang aking maikling PowerPoint presentation. Number 1. Ito po ang number 1. Ang ABS-CBN, hindi naman natin pagtatalunan, ay isang telecommunications company. At base sa probisyon ng ating saligang batas, particularly Section 11 of Article 16, pati na Section 14 ng Foreign Investments, at pati na Section 2 ng Presidential Decree 1080, kinakailangan ABS-CBN Corporation must be 100% owned and managed by Filipinos. Inuulit ko po, 100%, not only the management, but also the ownership. Sumunod po, next number please. Katulad ng isang ordinaryong korporasyon, alam po to ng ating Vice Chairman Defensor. Para magkaroon ng equity o capital o pera ang isang korporasyon, kinakailangang mag-issue ng shares of stocks. At pag nag-issue to ng shares of stock, mayroong magsusubscribe, mayroong magbabayad sa shares of stock ng ABS-CBN Corporation. Number 3, ang shares of stock ng ABS Network Corporation, pangkaraniwan ang bumibili ay ang Lopez Group of Companies. Lopez Holdings, Lopez Incorporated, etc., etc. At sa kanilang pagbili, nililinaw natin na sa accounting procedure, nagbabayad ang Lopez Group of Companies para sa konsiderasyon ng shares of stock na kanilang kinuha at yun namang binabayad nila na papapunta sa equity ng ABS-CBN. Next number, please. Ang ginagawa naman ng Lopez Group of Companies, pag sila na ay merong shares of stocks, ibinebenta nila o tinatransfer sa ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation. Siyempre, yung pagtatransfer nila, may bayad din ang ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation either in cash or accounts receivable, katulad ng sinabi ng mga kinatawan ng ABS-CBN. Hindi muna binabayaran ng ABS Holding Company ang mga Lopez Group of Companies, nilalagay lamang yan ng holding company as accounts receivable, as liability, yung kanilang pagkakautang. Pagkatapos, ang gagawin naman ng ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation, magkakaroon sila ng security agent, mostly foreign corporations. At ang gagawin naman ng mga security agents ay maghanap ng investor para sa PDR na i-issue ng ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation. Next number, please. As of March 2020, the total number of PDRs issued by ABS-CBN Holding Corporation is 298,827,100 with a market value of 46 per PDR. At ang computation, Filipino PDR holders, 111,761,335 PDRs, 46 pesos, representing 37.4%, at ang total value ay 5,141,021,410 pesos. At yun namang PDRs na ang nag-invest ay mga foreign nationals, umaabot to sa 187,065,765 PDRs, and at the rate of 46 pesos for every PDR, ang total value ng PDR na nasa kamay ng foreign nationals ay umabot ng 8,605,025,190 pesos, representing 62.6%. Itong lahat ng figures na to, number and amount, ay binigay ng Corporate Secretary ng ABS-CBN doon sa huling hearing natin last Thursday. At nais ko ring banggitin na ang lahat ng PDR ay mayroong underlying share na isang common share belonging to ABS-CBN Holdings, at yung one share ay nanggaling sa ABS-CBN Corporation. Kasi nakalagay naman dito, sa Philippine Deposit Receipt Certificate issued by ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation, this certifies Jose de la Cruz is the registered holder of PDR, etc., and is entitled to the delivery or sale of one existing share of stocks of ABS-CBN Broadcasting Corporation. Ito po yung sinasabi natin that for every PDR issued by ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation, there is an underlying share. At sa last paragraph pa, nakalagay, the PDR represented by this certificate does not represent shares of stock, but only compares a right to delivery or sale of existing shares of stock of ABS-CBN Corporation owned by the issuer under the terms and conditions, etc. Lahat po ng aking binanggit at binasa ay nasa Philippine Deposit Receipt Certificate na in-issue ng ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation at binigay sa ating committee. Next slide, please. In Gamboa versus Tebes, sinabi po ng kataas-taasang hukuman, mere legal title is not enough to meet the required Filipino equity. Full beneficial ownership of the stocks is essential. Dito po merong konting pagkakaiba. Kasi po doon sa Gamboa versus Tebes, ang pinag-uusapan dito ay yung 60-40 requirement insofar as public utility is concerned. At dito sa asuntong to, mayroong mga shares of stock na bumili yung Indonesian tycoon si Salem. At ang sabi ng Korte Suprema, kinakailangan 60% of control must belong to the Filipino citizens. Not only 60% of the ownership, pati na 60% ng management. At ang example na binigay ng Korte Suprema, kung magkakaroon tayo ng 60-40, 40% ay sa foreigners, 60% ay sa Pilipinos, assuming na yung 40% ay common shares at yung 60% ay Pilipinos, compliant tayo with the requirement of 60-40 ownership. Pero ang tanong ng Korte Suprema, compliant ba tayo sa requirement that the management of public utilities must also belong to Filipino citizen? And sabi ng Korte Suprema, hindi. Sapagkat yung 40% ng mga foreigners, kung yun ang mga common stocks, sila ang mamimili ng board of directors na magpapatakbo ng korporasyon. Kaya kahit na 40% lamang ang kanilang interest, they can manage the corporation in violation of the constitutional mandate. Kaya ang sabi ng Supreme Court, kinakailangan ang control na 60%, ownership as well as management shall belong to Filipino citizens. Pero dito po sa kaso ng ABS-CBN, hindi natin pinag-uusapan yung 60-40. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, 100% Filipino-owned and 100% ang management ay sa Pilipino. At sa issue ng PDR, ang pag-uusapan natin, 100% ba ang pag-aari ng mga Pilipino sa mga shares of stocks ng ABS-CBN? Next slide, please. Based on Roman law, and even under the provisions of the Civil Code, full beneficial ownership means that the owner of a thing, real or personal property, has the benefits or the rights of being the owner, including the right to enjoy, right to possess, right to dispose, and right to the fruits. Ito po ang karapatan kung ang isang tao ay mayroong pag-aari ng isang bagay. Mayroon siyang karapatan to enjoy. Mayroon siyang karapatan na ipagbili o ibigay ang kanyang pag-aari. At kung mayroong kinikita yung kanyang property, sa kanya yon sapagkat siya ang may-ari ng ari-arian. Ito ang sinasabi ng Korte Suprema, mere legal title is not enough. Full beneficial ownership must belong to the owner. At para natin siguro malinawan, magbigay tayo ng example. Si Juan de la Cruz, may-ari siya ng isang bahay at lupa. Pwede siyang manirahan sa kanyang bahay at lupa. Nagkaroon ng COVID pandemic, nawalan siya ng trabaho, nawalan ng pera, pwede niyang ibenta yung kanyang bahay at lupa because he has the right to dispose of his property. At kung sakasakali namang hindi niya ibebenta at hindi niya titirhan at iparerenta niya, there will be a lease contract at yung rental ay kay Juan de la Cruz mapapapunta because he is the owner, he is entitled to the fruits of the thing which he owns. Kaya yun po ang ating tinatanong. Number 8, please. While the legal title to the PDRs are in the name of ABS-CBN Holding Corporation, the holding company does not have the full benefits of ownership or the right of an owner over the shares of stock underlying every PDR. Wala pong full beneficial ownership ang holding company doon sa mga PDR underlying the PDRs issued to foreign national. Number 1, they are not in possession of the same. At alam naman natin, when it comes to possession, it might be physical possession, it might be constructive possession, it might be legal possession. At dito, ang possession ay nasa legally Philippine Central Depository. Number 2, ABS-CBN Holding Company, although the legal title over the shares of stocks is in the name of the holding company cannot dispose of the shares of stock because it is the pledge, because it is a security to every PDR issued to foreign national. At pangatlo, kahit na ang may-ari ng PDR ay ang ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation, kung anuman ang kahit na ang ABS-CBN Holding Corporation ang may-ari ng shares of stocks ng ABS-CBN, nonetheless, yung holding company, they will not be entitled to the fruits. Kung mag-declare ng cash dividend ang ABS-CBN, a portion of the cash dividend will go to the PDR, to the holder, to the foreign national who is the holder of the PDR. Halimbawa, mag-declare ang ABS-CBN ng cash dividend sa lahat ng stockholder ng ABS-CBN na mayroong share of stock, the cash dividend is 3 pesos. Sa agreement ng PDR holder at saka ng ABS-CBN Holding Company, yung 3 piso hindi mapapapunta sa owner of the stock, the ABS-CBN Holding Company. Ang mapapupunta lamang sa ABS-CBN Holding Company ay yung kanilang gastos for their operation plus the taxes to be paid, and the remainder will go to the foreign national who is the owner of the PDR. Sa madaling sabi, we assume na piso ang nagastos ng holding company ng ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation for their operation plus taxes. 2 piso ang mapapabigay sa foreign national who is the holder of the PDR. In which case, yung beneficial ownership that the right of the registered owner, ABS-CBN Holdings, to be entitled to the fruits of the income of his property is absent kasi pumupunta sa foreign national. At ito ang sinasabi ko, kinakailangan 100% Filipino ownership, and the 100% Filipino ownership, the owner, be it a naked owner or registered owner or real owner, must have all the benefits arising from ownership. Right to dispose, right to the income, right to the enjoy. Next slide, please. On its face, it would appear that ABS-CBN Broadcasting Corporation did not directly violate the constitutional prohibition regarding the 100% Filipino ownership. Sasabihin ng ABS-CBN Network Corporation, hindi namin nilabag ang saligang batas. Ang lahat ng aming stockholders ay mga Filipino citizens, Lopez Company, etc. But through that scheme of the so-called intricate corporate layering, indirectly, binayolate ng ABS-CBN ang constitutional prohibition. Inisyu nila ang mga shares of stocks sa Lopez Group of Companies, another set of corporations. Ang ginawa ng Lopez Group of Companies, ibinenta naman sa holding company, at ito namang holding company, kumuha ng investment sa mga foreigners. At ito ang sinasabi nating indirect violation of what is directly prohibited under the Constitution. Kasi pinaliwanag ko na, cash dividend pupunta sa PDR foreign holder, yung shares of stock underlying the PDR issued to a foreign holder cannot be sold or transferred by the holding company. Next slide, please. ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation, through this scheme and by means of corporate layering, violated 100% Filipino ownership mandated by the Constitution. Ano po ang mga layers ng corporation? The first will be ABS-CBN. as the issuer of the shares of stocks. The second layer will be the Lopez Group of companies na bumili ng mga shares of stocks sa ABS-CBN network. And the third group of corporation would be ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation. These are the three layers of different corporations, and under our corporation law, a corporation has a juridical personality separate and distinct from another corporation, even though the stockholders are the same. Pero ang sinasabi ng aking kaibigan na si Deputy Speaker Marcoleta, if the corporation was organized for the purpose of evading the application of a law, most especially a constitutional prohibition, darating na tayo doon sa tinatawag nating piercing the veil of corporate entity. Alisin na natin o ipapakita na natin yung belo ng corporate fiction. And we shall consider that since the stockholders of the three layers of corporations are actually the Lopez Group of companies, we shall consider that all these corporations are one and the same, and we have to apply the constitutional limitation. At ito po ang aking posisyon dito sa pinagtatalunan natin whether or not ABS-CBN Corporation has violated the constitutional provisions. And of course, admitted natin, walang jurisprudence insofar as the issue is concerned. But I know that we have the case of Rappler pending before the Supreme Court. We have the co-warrant of petition filed by the Office of the Solicitor General, and hopefully in the near future, we shall be having a pronouncement on this regard. Pero dito naman sa Kongreso, pinag-uusapan natin, mayroon na bang violation? Binayolate ba ng ABS-CBN? And therefore, in the process of determining whether there is a violation of not under the Constitution, tayo po ang magpapasya muna. Marami pong salamat.
Maraming salamat.